Let's talk about something more serious because we know that so many communities are still dealing with the aftermath of that historic flooding that we saw. Absolutely. So the cleanup continues in those communities, and for so many home and business owners in these areas, flood insurance, it just wasn't something that they ever thought they'd need.
And unfortunately, thinking about it now, maybe a little too late. Now, insurance experts are encouraging homes and business owners to get that insurance. As NBC Connecticut responds, consumer reporter Caitlin Burchell reports it's necessary.
This isn't as fun as Anthony's story, but it's really
not
important.
quite.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm being a Debbie Downer on this Friday, but it's important because if it rains, it will flood. And that's the message Connecticut's Insurance Department Commissioner is stressing today in the aftermath of those storms. We all witnessed it. We saw the images in the video like this, the disaster in communities a couple of weeks ago. Now, the commissioner says getting flood insurance is something all homeowners should think about purchasing, not just those living in flood zones. He tells NBC Connecticut Responds that 90% of all natural disasters involve flooding. It's the most common and costliest natural disaster in the U.S.
A quarter of all flood losses in the U.S. occur outside of a designated flood zone, and it doesn't take much. An inch a quarter average $27,000 in damage to your home. The effect of climate change is being felt here, and we need to protect ourselves in places where beforehand we wouldn't have needed to.
Now, the commissioner says the premium rate on average ranges from $800 to $1,200 a year. He says consumers should shop around for coverage. You can go to the feds or the private marketplace. Just make sure you understand the extent of your flood damage. Does it cover just your structure? What about the contents of what's inside your home or your business? And then there's this. There's a 30-day waiting period when you purchase your policy. So you don't just wait. You can't wait until a storm is just at your doorstep to get this. And in that same vein, think about it right now. Put a list together of what's in your home. There's actually a free app available. You can see it here behind me. This is available through the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. It can help. All right, here's a refrigerator. You take a picture of your fridge, you put it in that phone, you list the serial numbers, when you bought it, you can even put your receipt, how much you bought it for, and then you're prepared if this, God forbid, ever happens to anyone. And I hope it doesn't, but let's be prepared. For NBC Connecticut Response, I'm consumer reporter Caitlin Burchell.